Kind enough to join us is Brian Cashman, the Yankee GM. And I saw Brian yesterday at a press conference. Whenever Brian is there by himself, he's not holding up a jersey or with another player, then I know it's bad news. So Brian was there answering questions on Derek Jeter, and he joins us now. When did you get the news on Derek Jeter's injury, Brian?
Well, early in the morning. He flew in the morning. There was a decision made the night before to go ahead and have him see Dr. Anderson in Charlotte, North Carolina. So he flew in the morning, and around 10:30 a.m. I got the call from my trainer. Her team physician was in surgery, and he said, "This is what we're dealing with." So, but I wasn't comfortable going anything yet until I talked to the physician directly, and that didn't happen until Joe Girardi's press conference around 4. I told Joe, I said, "Do me a favor, just say that he's gone into Carolina, and we're waiting for the results of all that." And until we found the results of that, until I talked directly to the physician, which happened around 4:30, I guess, I wasn't really comfortable going anything publicly yet until I heard it right from the horse's mouth.
Clear up the injury. This is a new injury to the ankle, not one that's come up with an existing injury?
Well, I think it's caught up with the existing injury. It's a I can't say it's a refracture of the previous injury. It very well could be. It's a small crack has developed in the area of the previous injury, so they're obviously related. But it's new in the sense that in the previous CT scans, the crack that it exists now wasn't there before. So it's certainly related. The area, got re-aggravated and a crack has developed, but the area had previously healed at the same time. So that's my best layman's term that I can give it, I guess.
How close was he to coming back before this news?
I guess not close enough. I mean, clearly, at some point here towards, and I can't pinpoint when. I don't think anybody can, but right towards the end of camp, not towards the end of camp, but towards the middle of spring training. At some point, we did, at the middle of the end, we did a back-to-back games where I think he went 5 innings. And the next day, he got as far as 4 and started having some discomfort. And then we gave him a day or 2 off. Then he went to a minor league game and DH'd in that game and was struggling with it. And then we backed off for about a week. And there was good days, and then there was tough days. We continued to deal with Dr. Anderson back in Charlotte, and it's not unusual to have various discomfort and pain that wraps around the ankle at various points, and so everybody was staying in touch. We're doing X-rays.
Is Brian back with us?
He is.
Hey, Brian.
Hey, Dan. I'm sorry. I'm not sure what's going on. I am on a cell. I apologize.
Even your phone's injured this year.
Yeah, well, we'll find a way to get through it. That's the job. But, yeah, Derek, after a period of time, this is a guy who plays through everything and anything and never complains. And so when the complaints lasted and he kept hitting the wall, now we know why. I mean, he was dealing with a new issue, and we just have to give it the 6 to 8 weeks to heal. That's the time frame for bones. I mean, I guess the only thankful side of it is it's a small crack. The doc kept saying how small it was, so that's a good thing, I guess.
More likely to come back sooner, Jeter or A-Rod?
Wow, I don't know. Both are expectations after the All-Star break, so I don't think I can pinpoint which.
He's Brian Cashman, Yankee GM, joining us, Dan Patrick Show. But help me understand this with A-Rod. Let's say he can't come back and play. Is there an insurance policy that the Yankees have on A-Rod that will cover this as far as paying his salary if he can't play again?
We have insurance policies on various players, but we don't like to talk about it too much. I can tell you we have some insurance on both of these players. But hopefully we never get in that situation and we can get them both back and playing up to their abilities and helping us win.
You expect both of them playing this year?
That's from the doctor's expectations. The Jeter setback is definitely unfortunate in the blow, and it was an unexpected phone call I got yesterday. It kind of makes a lot of sense now because, as I was saying earlier before I got cut off, Derek always can play through things, and this is something he kept hitting a wall on. So now I know Now we all know why, because he's the toughest one we've ever seen. But no, the doctors are very optimistic that both players will rejoin us sometime after the All-Star break.
Would you consider DH role for Jeter?
I consider any part of Derek Jeter we can get. You know, if you can have a chance to run Derek Jeter out as part of your team any given day, you have a better chance of winning.
Would you rather deal with Scott Boras with contract negotiations or Jay-Z?
I'd just rather have a successful negotiation either way. But I might ask for Jay-Z's autograph when it's over. But anyway, at the end of the day, we just set our parameters, and we'll be willing to do what we're willing, or I'll be willing to do what I'm willing to do, and that's all that matters.
But how tough is dealing with Scott Boras?
He's obviously very experienced and knowledgeable and good, and does everything and anything he can for his client. So, you know, his job is to make them get the most, and my job is to negotiate a fair contract.
But it's a game of chess or a game of checkers.
Either way you call it, it's his role and my role are different. We're looking just to do a fair deal, and his job is to get the most for his clients, and the GM's job is to do the best deal for the company. So we're always, respectfully at different sides of the table, but it doesn't mean you can't find happy mediums. We've gotten many a deal over the time with Scott, and there's many deals we haven't found with Scott, but that's true of every agent, to be honest.
Are you still talking terms, contract with Cano's agent?
So those things we're going to, not comment on. He's playing extremely well right now, and thankfully, because we need it, and he's a great player. So ultimately, he's going to get paid a lot of money. We hope it's going to be, at the end of the day, he'll be a Yankee for life. But that remains to be seen where those things go. And he's currently signed through the rest of the season. So between now and obviously his free agency, until otherwise, he's a Yankee.
Brian, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Dan. Take care.
Brian Cashman, Yankee GM.